are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All good. Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barnett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Winston, throw left side, complete. It's Dawson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. On 1st down, Gordon. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From just shy of midfield, Winston. Open man here, Sims, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Now Sims. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready. Black 25.
Here's Winston. It's caught here by Adams. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken short. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 9 now. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Ready. Hey, Zoo. 56. Be a long day for you. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. I got it.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Barnett. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the double. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got General West. I got you.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaq Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Yo.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Taking it about the 16. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They go back to Gordon here on first down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Winston. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Watch 17, watch 17.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Winston. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Fournette. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Set, ready? 10 Lobo. 55, Mike. Deep grip.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And Brown's got it for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point safely through, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, Bolton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check it back, check it back.
Fournette. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill. Look at me. Go.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Set up, 50, plant. Check 56. Coming this way. Here we go. Hey, wahoo. Go. Dude.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barnett. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off. Usually after about 3 to 4 steps, it cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw here. His throw incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Set. 18, Gator. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, seam 6. Spike 56. Watch it go.
They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. He's going to take off, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. point after up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Let's go, Butker.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Here's Gordon. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard, Winston. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and that will level the playing field at 17-all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. 56. Mike, 56. Look at me. Zipper. Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, Echo. 5.
They'll set up to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Barnett. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good. Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. And the pressure gets to him again. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Weapon.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Hey, orbit. Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike. Now.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Don't get nervous. Mike 55, Mike 55. Oh, yeah.
Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And the kick by Butker is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Winston to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Winston on 4th down. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Marty, white 25. Cut.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
This is how offensive coordinators earn their money. He thought he was ahead of the curve after 1st down.
Got 7 yards 1st down play, but then you get stuffed there on 2nd down, maybe just a yard out of it. Now your advantage is evaporated. Here's Winston. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And that is no good. Wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Kansas City, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.